Now, the UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer is copping plenty of flack over plans to reform welfare. He's looking to restrict eligibility for the disability pension and save up to 10 billion Australian dollars per year. But he's had to make concessions after a backlash by backbenchers in his own party.
I recognise there is a consensus across the House on the urgent need for reform of our welfare system. All colleagues want to get this right, and so do I. We want to see reform implemented with Labour values of fairness. That conversation will continue in the coming days so we can begin making change together on Tuesday.
For more on this, I'm joined by Sky News contributor and GB News host, Emily Carver. Emily, great to see you again. What's this reform all about and why the big backlash?
Yeah, so this is now the biggest and most embarrassing U-turn for this Prime Minister. He won a landslide majority less than 1 year ago. He's got a majority of over 200 MPs in the House of Commons, yet he now lacks the authority to even get through some minor welfare reforms that wouldn't even cut the amount we spend on benefits. That amount would continue to rise. It would just slow down the increase by £5 billion. So even if the cuts were to be fully implemented, which they are now not going to be, the benefits bill would still go up by £8 billion a year, which is totally unsustainable. So the problem for Sir Keir Starmer is that he is deeply unpopular within his own party and, of course, the country. Over 120 of his own MPs were gearing up to vote down his flagship bill in Parliament this coming Tuesday. That would have been the biggest rebellion of his premiership. Now, there are, of course, many MPs who don't mind that we're spending more on welfare than defence in this country and that the number of people on disability benefits for mental health has skyrocketed in the past few years. But this is about more than just that. Many of his own MPs fear for their own futures. They want regime change. They want Keir Starmer out. And now he's being forced this morning to water down his cuts massively, and he's lost even more authority. It's yet another U-turn from our hopeless Prime Minister, and he's even lost the support of the BBC. They're calling out his hat-trick of U-turns, and they're saying this is the most awkward of the lot.
And what's going on at the BBC? First, they admit women are women, and now they're turning against Keir Starmer. Amazing. There's another climate change report doing the rounds. According to the UK's Green Building Council, schools, care homes and offices are not equipped for the effects of global heating and face lengthy heat waves. Now, I've been over to your neck of the woods a few times, Emily, and I don't think you really experienced heat waves over there.
Certainly not in the same way Australia does, although I'm currently pregnant at the moment, so I'm certainly feeling the heat. We have had some sunny days, but yes, every time we see the sun in this country, the eco-zealots come out with a new report telling us that we're all going to die from, I don't know, boiling in our own sweat or from dehydration or just overheating. I mean, it's totally depressing. But yes, this report is talking about buildings, how they need to be cooler for the future global warming. Okay, fine. But they told us we needed to make our buildings more energy efficient, and that's why they're so blooming hot. That's why they're so blooming hot. And of course, these groups don't approve of air conditioning either, because that uses more energy and electricity and power. So I'm not quite sure what their radical solution is, but I'm sure it involves spending lots more money that we don't have.
I'm sure it does. Now, you turn on that aircon if you need it, Emily. Take care of yourself. Congratulations again, and thanks for your time tonight.